All right, so we finally got to the big day that everybody's been waiting on, and that is to actually put some color on the 66 F100. So if you guys followed this from the beginning of when we got this truck in here, you guys know that it came in primered, and all we were gonna do was sand it down and give it a paint job. But anybody in the business or anyone who's ever worked on a car knows that once you get into something like that, it's always gonna have stuff that you find and you're gonna have to fix to make it to your standard. So we have a standard here, and we wanna make sure that this truck's gonna be presentable out there on the streets because we got our name on it. So we went ahead and we fixed a lot of extra things to this truck to make it look nice, and that's what took us a little bit longer on it. And you know, we're doing this in the middle of a production shop, so those production jobs come first, and we finally got to the big day. So we have it in the booth now, all wrapped up, and we're gonna go ahead and start shooting the color on the outside of this here. So then we're gonna do the parts after this. And so far we're starting off with the bed and the cab, and we got it all wrapped up nice. I went ahead and put down some 3M plastic over the top of the paper. That way it wouldn't actually rip through when I'm stepping in here, because we're gonna be painting all up inside the actual cab of the truck. And there was a lot of work taping this up, because a lot of the tape doesn't like to stick to a lot of these old vehicles because they have so much grease and grime and stuff underneath them. So we got it all ready. It's all bagged up. And we're gonna go ahead and get it sealed up. So this is the big day that everyone has been looking forward to, and it's the owner of the shop, me, myself, to get it done and to see how nice it's gonna look once it's all done with the color combination that we got on it. So we're gonna go ahead and put the outside color on it, and then we're gonna be doing the outside top of the roof. We're gonna be shooting that with a shiny white to match the bumpers. If you watched the videos earlier, we did the bumpers in a kind of like an off-white with a gloss on them. So stay tuned and you guys will see what color we're doing and what we're gonna be doing to the outside of this one, and I think you guys will really like it. So let's go ahead and get this thing sealed up. All right, so we got it all sealed up and we put a nice heavy wet coat. You guys seen how nice of a sheen it laid down on that dashboard. This stuff lays out beautifully, and I'm using that Fuji spray gun with the 1.3. So here we go for the base. You guys are gonna see the color we're using, and we're going with an old school look because that truck was in an era where they had these kind of colors. So we're really trying to get a nice old school look with a modern twist on it. So let's get this base on it and I'll show you guys the color. All right, so I was telling you guys when I got this sagola suit that I had a big job coming up, and this thing worked perfect because getting inside that truck and rolling around in there and then getting low on the rockers and getting up all over the place with it, it's really coming in handy because it's a lot of work and a lot of angles and all that stuff getting in here. So you got to really watch what you're doing. And I went ahead and put double back coats on the interior. That way the inside is done when I started, and then I come out and I do the outside of it. So when you're doing this kind of a paint job, you got to watch every move you make, because you got a lot of areas you're hitting stuff with your arms, your gun, and you're going inside of it. And what do you guys think of the color? I think it's going to look really good with the off-white big wheels we got for it, the shiny white roof, and then all the bumpers that are on it are also gloss white to match the wheels, the top, and everything else. So, and then we're going to be doing a little bit of custom to this one at the end. So I'm not going to show you that yet, but at the end we're going to put our finishing touches on this truck to get it to all tie together and look beautiful. So we are going to be clearing this truck here, and we are using the water base on this the same as we normally do here. We use the ECS sealer, the EnviroBase base coat, but we're changing our clear and we're going with a satin clear on this one. So we went out and we picked up the Ditzler satin clear, and you guys will see it'll have a beautiful sheen to it, but you got to make sure you do it right, otherwise you'll have streaks and blotches in it. So when we get to that stage, I'll show you what we do to get a nice job. So let's go ahead and let this thing set up, and then we'll be putting the satin clear on it. All right, so we went ahead and we put one coat of clear, and with that clear, they want you to put it on medium. The first coat, put on medium coat, and you have to let it fully flash off. That's why I showed you guys it while it was still shiny, and then I showed it to you when it was dulled out. The whole job has to be completely dull before you put your second coat of clear on. Otherwise, you're not gonna have an even uniform satin look. So make sure you do that, because it's critical on how the outcome of the job comes out. So this clear is really good. I've used it before, and it has a really nice look to it. It has a satin look from the side. It almost looks like it's got a pearl in the actual color, but it's just the satin clear. So I love the way it looks, and we're gonna go ahead and put on one more coat, and I'll show it to you finished up. And then I'm gonna show you guys me painting the rest of the parts for it, and let me know what you guys think of this job and how it's coming out. And then I'm definitely gonna have a video of it finished up, all done, and show you guys how it looks. So let me get in here and put this second coat of clear, and I'll show it to you guys finished up. All right, so you guys see it, and it's still dulling out. It's gonna take a little bit because you don't want to bake that stuff. You want to let it just air dry and steadily settle down and mat out and get to that satin look. So I like using the slowest reducer I can in this clear. That way it just levels out nice, it sprays better, and it gives you a nice gloss, but it takes time for it to set up. So it took about 30 minutes in between coats of clear to get it to flash off before I could put the second coat on. But make sure you let that first coat completely dull out before you hit it with the second one. So I hope you guys like this one, and I think this truck is gonna be beautiful when it's all done. So I love the satin look. We'll have the gloss wheels, the gloss top, a little bit of custom, and you guys will love it, I'm sure. So stay tuned to the next video, and you guys will see this truck going together, and you'll see the full finished job of this truck all finished up at the end. So thanks for watching. Hit subscribe and give it a thumbs up.